Hello everybody, Joe here. Welcome to the channel. So today's workout, we've got 10 different exercises and we've got 20 reps for each exercises. So again, 10 totally different ones. There's not going to be any repeats or anything like that. Do a few stretches, warm up a little bit, and we'll carry on with this. This workout is meant to be a full body workout, no equipment needed, and you don't even really need much space at all. Basically, if you've got a yoga mat and you've got enough space for a yoga mat, you've got enough space for this workout. So let's begin. We're going to start with 20 squats. So ensure when you're doing these squats, the knee is not going way over the toes. The knee should be basically mid-foot to heel, keeping above that area. And the butt should be coming back and down, much like you're sitting on a toilet, basically. So you can see different angles. I've got it there. And also make sure that your knees do not cave in towards themselves. Push the knees out. After this, we're going to be going into Navy SEALs. So, Navy SEALs, 1, 2, 3, that's 1 rep. So 3 push-ups in each Navy SEAL. Navy SEALs are probably one of the best full body workouts that you can do. They are not easy at all. After you do the first 5 or so, you'll realize very quickly that they are exhausting. Doing basically a plank, a one-legged plank most of the time you're doing the Navy SEALs is very hard for your core, your obliques and all that stuff, so it is a pretty intense full body workout alone. Sometimes I've done 300-400 of these just for a workout, and by the end of it I am pretty destroyed. Also, with these 10 different exercises that I'm showing you, you can take 1 or 2 and you can, let's say you don't want to do everything, you can't remember all the different ones. Let's say you take 2 different ones, you take a Navy SEAL and you take maybe lunges or something like that, and you do just a workout with those. Or like me, I've taken Navy SEALs and I've just done 400 Navy SEALs. It took me maybe 70 minutes or so, 70-80 minutes. However, you know, that's 1,200 push-ups. It's a lot of push-ups, and by the end of that, you'll be a wreck. Yeah, I was pretty sore at the end of that. I was sore for a couple days after, but that's all right. People like to do marathons and run. I find running very boring, so I much prefer to do burpees. Burpees, squats, chin-ups, all those good things. As you can see, usually the first 5 or 10 or so are a little bit quicker, and then after that, your reps start to slow down a little bit. If you're doing 10 or 15 or 20, it's going to be quite a bit faster doing those instead of doing 120 or 150. But you'll find that as you go. Sometimes I do the ab smash, where you're kind of punching your core a little bit to brace your abs. Sometimes I don't do that. Sometimes I will touch my toes when I go down, or I do sometimes also the rocking chair style as well. Some people, I believe, call that like the prison style burpee. So there's all kinds of different ways to come down with your Navy SEALs and your bodybuilders and all the rest. It is a beautiful day out today. It's colder. It's much colder than it looks. It's probably only about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit. Probably around 40 degrees or something like that, 45 degrees. So, but the sun's keeping me warm. So the next one is going to be bridge pose. Make sure you're on kind of a stickier surface with your hands, because otherwise your hands will kind of slide out from underneath you. I'm putting these gloves on. They have a bit of a grip in them, so that helps. So again, like I just did there, you can put your hands facing forward, or you can have your hands facing outward like this. You'll be able to probably get your hands, if you face them outward, you'll be able to push your pelvic up, your butt up a little bit more. Facing forward is much harder and requires much more flexibility on your shoulders. So again, all we're doing is pushing up, pushing that butt up. I'm showing you from a few different angles here. But yeah, we're just gonna push that butt up right to the sky. Ideally, you want to come parallel to the ground when you're doing these. The sun is directly in my eyes today. I don't have a professional area for filming, so I kind of get what I can take. It's a nice day out, so I decided, heck, I'm going to film outside again. So next thing is going to be the 4 count leg raises. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, so on and so forth. These flutters, I believe the Navy SEALs do these a lot in their training down in Buds in Miramar, San Diego area. Beautiful area. But I've incorporated these into my workouts. Sometimes I do a lot more twisting, like I'm kind of doing now, almost like a bicycle, for a little bit of an added benefit there. After this will be lunges. So it's 20 reps, but it's 20 reps per leg. So 40 reps total basically. I'll show you from a few different angles as well. But when you're doing these, again, try to make sure your knee does not go way over in front of your toes. I prefer to have it over the middle of the foot and over the heel. It's much easier on your knee that way. You won't have to really worry about many joint issues over the years, extra wear and tear. I'll change and I'll do some from a different angle now. So again there, as you can see where my knee is, it's not going way over in front of my toes. And you can do them so the lunges are in, you're not doing a super deep one, and then these ones, I'm kind of doing a longer lunge. So whatever you feel fit to do, they just work the legs in a little bit different areas. You'll find the longer lunges, you'll bring in more of your glutes and stuff like that. If you're doing the smaller, shorter lunges, it's gonna bring in more of the quadricep muscles. You can also do reverse lunges, it's another variation of them. So next is going to be Supermans. So I'm going to show you from 2 different positions here, but basically we're going to a 90 and then coming down and touching the legs. Come to a 90, touch the legs. And also you're going to hold your feet off the ground on these things. This looks easy. I've done this with a few friends and they kind of look at me like, man, Joe, what do you got me doing now? But after if you're in the middle of a workout and you incorporate some of these, you're doing 15 or 20 in a row, they get to be extremely difficult. Very misleading. They look super easy. All you're doing is laying there. But holding your legs off the ground is, yes, it's pretty demanding. So I urge you to try these. It looks kind of like an awkward type movement. They don't look super cool, or, in the gym, all your gym bros are gonna maybe be like, what in the hell are you doing? But these ones are also really good at preventing any sort of back pains, sciatic pains. I find they help me prevent all my back injuries from work and life in general. So next is just going to be your common push-up. So again, hands below the shoulders, Elbows are coming out at basically a 45-degree angle, and I'm coming down best you can to touch your chest to the ground. My nose and chin are pretty much just about touching the ground there. Anything more and I'd be hitting myself in the face. Also, don't have the butt super up high, don't have it super low. Right in the center is where you want it, straight line. Next is going to be the 4-count Russian twist. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Again, 20 reps of this. For Russian twists, you can have your legs kind of more bent. Easier. It's much easier if your legs are bent in. You can straighten your legs completely, right straight out, and that would be the most difficult variation, obviously. Or if these are too hard for you, you can put your heels down right on the ground itself. So many different variations. This one right here would be the hardest. As you can see, legs are straight. Holding that for 24 counts, which is basically 80 reps, is a bit of a struggle. Next is going to be bodybuilders. These are one of my favorites. Favorite burpee variation are basically, my two favorites are bodybuilders and Navy SEALs. Sometimes I've done 100 of these, 500, 600 for the entire workout, and I've done nothing else. And the next day, you're extremely sore. It doesn't really look like it, but your lower abs is brought in a lot when you're doing the hopping in and out. When you're in the plank position, that right there brings in your core extensively. And after you do hundreds of those, oh man, it's quite the workout. And if something like this is a little bit too much for you, if you're doing burpees, you struggle with the push-up portion. I don't do the worm. I like to avoid doing that worm coming up. However, if you prefer to do that, then by all means. I'm going to show you another variation of the burpee coming up next, and that is going to be basically the easiest variation of a burpee that anyone can do. Heck, your mom, your grandma could probably do a couple, assuming she's in somewhat good health. And that is going to be the half burpee. So as soon as we'll finish these, we'll show you the last exercise, which again is the half burpee. This is a good pace that I'm maintaining right now. Maintaining this pace for about an hour is way harder than it looks. You start off and you're like, oh, he's not going too fast. But you do these for 20-30 minutes and you are just breathing out your cornhole. All right, so the half burpee. Basically just as I'm doing, down to a plank position, coming up. We're not doing a push-up, we're not doing a hop. So easiest variation you can do. You can do these super quick. I'm not going for speed or anything right now, but you do 100 of these, even 100 of these, and you're doing them for speed, this is going to tire you out pretty quick as well. I don't really do this variation very often, but for this workout, I figured we'll throw it in and show you the easiest one, and it's at the end as well when you're dying. Hopefully I would use something like this as a recovery workout or a recovery exercise, but that depends on your fitness level. We're getting there, we're almost done. Picking up the pace a little bit, and bam, done. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, subscribe, like the videos, all that good stuff. You can hit the notification icon and it will alert you to when I post new content. Don't forget to stretch at the end of all your workouts. catch your breath a little bit. I usually stretch for anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes at the end of each workout. And I try to hold my stretches from around 20 seconds or so. Sometimes, if I'm depending on what is sore, I may even hold stretches for up to 1 or 2 minutes. So, but yeah. Also, when you're doing this stretch right here, do not grab your toes. You want to grab yourself on top where I am grabbing right there. So don't grab your toes, grab right in the middle. That way you're not putting extra stress on the joint itself. These ones are great stretches for your quads, so your hamstrings, your shins, calves, your glutes, a little bit of everything. And this is probably one of the most common ones, just a forward fold into an upward dog. Upward dog, feet, knees are off the ground, and cobra, the knees would be on the ground. So, otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how you liked it, and if you want me to do a new one next time, leave it in the comments below. Have yourself a great day, and bye for now.